What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Thank you for listening. I got Josh Barker over here to my left, the man H-Town from downtown, Houston Thomas to my right, yours truly Tate Franks here in the, not a studio, it's just a room. But welcome back, guys, and if you're a sports fan, we hope you like the content. Stay around, see if you like it. So today is going to be a jam-packed pod here. First off, let's just talk about what went on and what games we watched. The first thing we'll do is just do some box score watching for games that we might not have watched. And the first thing we want to do in terms of, just score watching, the parlay we made last video, the long shot parlay, hit one leg.
It's the bonus rebounds.
Bonus rebounds, which I didn't even put on my ticket. And so, yeah. So this is why we don't suggest putting any more than $1, maybe $2, on our videos, on our parlays. But if it ever hits, you're gonna be filthy rich. Alrighty. So, what do y'all want to do first? Box score watching, talk about some games we watched.
We can talk about some of the games that we watched and
some games we watched.
I'll bring up the box scores from the game.
All right. Well, I guess I didn't watch this game.
I
heard this Texas A&M basketball game today earlier was.
When I tell you I wanted to jump off a building at the end of that second half, man.
So we had in the Moody Center, we had a score of 70-69. Texas beats Texas A&M, and I'll say the breakdown from that game. So in the first half, Texas A&M got out pretty quick. They were shooting very well from three. They were up to about 7 of 12 from three, which is not normal for A&M. They're not a good 3-point shooting team.
But when they hit, they hit. From what I've seen, if they're if the team's feeling it, they're streaky.
If they're feeling it, they're pretty good. But overall this year, they have not been a good 3-point shooting team. What they did do well, they're the best team in the country at offensive rebound percentage. They were out rebounding Texas in the first half on the offensive side of the glass, 10-2. So that was just so many extra possessions for them to get points. And in the first half, it was 43-25. A&M
25 points in a half, y'all scored?
Yeah, Texas' offense was very
sucks.
bad. And once the second half came around, Texas started getting stops. And Trey Johnson, going to be probably a top 5 to 8 pick in the draft. He got going, had his best game of his career, 30-point game, most by a Texas freshman since Kevin Durant.
And we shut him down the last time they played him too. That was the frustrating.
He went 8 of 18.
Wait, y'all play in conference twice in the SEC?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You played home and away.
Wow.
Yes, in basketball. Trey Johnson had a game of 8 of 18 from the field, 4 of 10 from three, and he was 10 of 10 from the free throw line. So, really good performance from him. Takeaways from that game: Texas's offense.
Is he going to the draft this year?
Yeah, he's going to be one and done.
How tall is he?
6'6", shooting guard.
That's pretty good, yeah.
He's he's not a great defender if he is a playmaker, but he's probably the best pure scorer in the draft.
So you're thinking probably the
I'd say right now
he's 18s?
No, he's going to be a top 10 pick.
Top 10 pick?
Yes, he's that good scoring. He's leading the SEC in scoring as a freshman.
Wow, and Auburn's number one in the nation, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow, Tennessee's 5?
Tennessee fell 6, I believe. Yeah.
Whoa,
and Auburn's number 1.
Great teams out there in the SEC this year.
Yeah, Florida's number 5. Yeah, SEC's very good.
SEC's really good, and the fact you're leading them in scoring is always a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think it'd be someone older, because I think out in the Big
The best player in the SEC is Auburn's Janai Broome. He's probably in the running for National Player of the Year.
He can play defense.
He got hurt, though. Yeah, he's nice. He's forward, 6'10", 6'11". Good defender. Yeah, he's a fun player to watch.
Barker, you got anything to say about that first half?
Go
to the second half.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch the first half.
So you're bad luck.
I was, maybe.
Good to know.
But the parts that I did watch, Manny Obaski looked really good.
Yes, Manny Obaski played really good. He was getting to his spots. He was getting a nice little dribble pull up. He had a nice step back 3, I remember. A&M's offense was not bad. They were getting a lot of pick and roll sets, and they were running a high post. But Texas's game plan was to leave the guys in the corner the way A&M's offense is. Their shooters that were in the corner aren't really great shooters, and they were allowing the open threes. And what resulted in that is that A&M hit a few of them in the first half, but eventually their luck ran out and they didn't hit very many threes in the second half. So
y'all didn't really change game plans?
No, not really. We just not a whole lot. The
Just
offense,
figured it out.
yeah, and eventually part of the problem is with Texas, why they lose some games, is that when Trey's going, a lot of the offense revolves around him getting the ball off of screens, and because our big men are not very great, they're pretty soft. Shedrick and Zarik Onyema, they don't have much to their game. They can't. Both of them don't really stretch the floor. Shedrick may hit a three every now and then, which he hit one day, but Onyema, he's just not a
Sometimes I
great player.
prefer, as a college basketball fan specifically. Now, I don't watch much college hoops, and if I do, it's gonna be Oregon. But as a fan, I prefer when you have those guys that are just good enough to still be great, but not good enough to get one and done. Sometimes as a fan, it's hard to get hyped for a guy that you know is
It's gonna be
gone in a year. You know,
I totally get that.
it's just kind of like you can't really build around him either. Like he's got what he's got. He's got one chance at a chip, and like let's be honest, basketball is gonna be tough.
Just on the screen.
I have zero idea. Basketball, it's gonna be tough to win a chip. I mean, March Madness is gonna be fun this year.
It will always be fun.
But how did y'all end up like winning that game? The last
It was a
minute?
layup. It was a layup
The layup
with 3
by Jamal
seconds
Marks,
to go.
basically, it was just
That
like
your first
a
lead?
wing set.
Fun fact about him: when A&M played Arkansas last year in Fayetteville, he did the same exact thing.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
beat A&M.
Back
not a big A&M guy. Huh?
No, but yeah, basically I guess bracketed or doubled off Johnson to not let him get a shot, and they let Mark go 1-on-1. I think it was Wade Taylor who was guarding him, and then
I think it was Phil.
it was Zerge Phelps.
I'm not sure. Wait,
No, you're
was
right.
on the court.
It was Zerge Phelps, and he just drove with his left, which he's left-handed, and got a nice little high layup off the glass.
Which is crazy because there were like 3 people up front in front of him.
It was a pretty
He
crazy
still
shot.
made it,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
ease. It was.
Was that their first lead of the game? Or?
Yes, it was our first lead of the game with 3 seconds left in the
And
game.
it was the last.
A&M got a half-court shot that hit front rim and then bounced it too hard off the backboard and missed.
That would have been crazy had that went in. It'd be a
Yeah.
different feel in the pod coming from
Mm-hmm.
both sides.
It
Of
would
just,
have
I may have had a mini crash out the second the game ended. We're all good now.
No, that was college hoops. A couple other notable games today.
I watched the Oregon Minnesota game right before coming here. I watched the second half after I finished that Spurs Pacers game earlier this morning, and 2 teams that both lead the Big Ten in less than 5-point games between them. Minnesota had 10, Oregon had 7. And Oregon was 6-1. Minnesota was 5-5, and Oregon lost. It was just a tough time. Our star player Biddle, who's our tall guy, he's bald.
He's 3-point. He's a 3-point shooter.
He had 0 points
Oh man,
on the game. It was just a rough showing all around. This guy Fox, I forget what his first name is. I was so used to watching Pac-12 hoops. They were in Minnesota. I knew it was Minnesota. I saw the M in the middle. I still in my head was thinking Arizona State. Like, I was watching and I was just thinking Arizona State. Because, the jerseys were similar. And, I'm just so used to, if I'm watching Oregon play, it's probably versus another West Coast school. And how we do it in the Big Ten, so you play, we play UCLA, USC, and Washington, a home and home. Every other team, we just get 1 shot. You don't play them again. You play them once. I don't know. We're still going to make the tournament and everything, of course.
Yeah, no, y'all be good. Y'all are a good team this year.
We might drop out
right now. I
the
think y'all
rankings, though.
projected as like a 4 seed.
We'll drop out the rankings, though. So we were 15 and we lost.
Y'all won't drop. No.
Y'all lost to Minnesota?
Yeah,
it was a close
6-point game.
It was a close game. Y'all won't drop out of the top 25.
And
Too much stuff.
we have a
happens.
lot of close games, and Minnesota's a tricky team, but that Garcia guy was really good.
Yeah, Dawson Garcia is very good. Had about 32 points, I believe.
Yeah, it was
Really
crazy.
good.
He was just.
He hit last week. He hit a half-court shot, game winner in overtime.
Yeah.
Buzzer beater.
He was pretty good. That Fox guy again kept getting a lot of calls to go his way. I was pretty mad at the end, as a fan of Oregon, calling for things like kickballs to try to save us. But those calls aren't going to be made at the end of the game. I was pretty upset. But, you win some, you lose some. Basketball, you can lose and still not be that mad. Apparently certain teams are allowed to lose 2 times in football and still win. But for most of us,
Yeah.
you get 1. It's all good, though.
Talking about NBA matchups, the Kings Nuggets game on Thursday night, that was a crazy game.
I was not watching that one. Thursday night, I watched Blazers Magic.
Yeah, I heard that was a gross game.
It wasn't that gross. We played defense like we got in our Chancey Billups kind of led thing. You're gonna have a lot longer segment talking about yours. Ours was, I really like Kamara, what he does. I still can't. Tamari, that's his first name. They say it all the time.
Tumani, yeah.
I listened to the first little bit on the radio, which I think the NBA app is underrated when it lets you listen to your team's radio. Because while I'm driving, which I do a lot of driving, and you can just listen to that radio while you drive, and it's a lot better. I feel like a lot of people love to hate on League Pass right now. I really like getting to listen to them in the car, and then I got to watch it once I got home while I was eating dinner and stuff. And we just played great defense and got out in transition. It helped that they shot really bad, and then I didn't watch the game on Friday, but we then won another game versus the Hornets. We had a 4-game win streak. We could make it 5. We could possibly get the longest win streak. I think right now it goes to, someone has 5. 2 teams played today to see who had a 5-game win streak. I don't know who.
I'm trying to think of what teams they were.
I don't know. But anyway, we could potentially go to get that. I don't know if I'd want us to win a lot because we do need a superstar here in Portland. We cannot. We have good players and good depth. We're just one superstar away, I feel like, though.
I agree
from
with that.
Being a deep playoff team. But you can go ahead and talk about your
Kings Nuggets game.
Kings Nuggets game, because that's a lot more exciting.
Like I predicted, I said it was going to be a game between the centers, Sabonis and Jokic. Sabonis, crazy game. Best rebounder in the league. 23 points, 19 rebounds, 8 assists.
On the parlay.
Just Sabonis, monster. And also, it's not like it's just like he was getting those defensive boards. 6 offensive rebounds, 6 extra possessions for his team. Clean up the glass. And a big story in this game, the Kings were down by 20 plus points at one point in this game. Fourth quarter, veteran Dougie McBuckets, Doug McDermott, hit 5 threes in the fourth quarter to draw it back to a 5-point game. And
McDermott's on the Kings now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could have told you that.
Played 11 minutes, had 15 points.
Wow.
Balled out, but that's not even the craziest. Nikola Jokic, if you don't think he's an MVP, I know Shea's great. Nikola Jokic had a 35, 22, and 17 game. Yes.
25 points, 22
rebounds, 17 assists. And 30.
He almost had a 20-20-20?
Yep, in 37 minutes. 12 of 19 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. He was going off. And
in that the first 20-20-20 ever?
No, Russ has the 20-20-20 game.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he the only one?
Nope. Wilt has one, and
wow.
I think Kareem has one.
Wow, I didn't know they were dishing the ball like that.
Or no, it's Kareem has one. Wilt has one, and Russ has one for sure. I think
wow. That's crazy.
But yes, Jokic went off. Also in that game, he hit a full court shot.
I saw that on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Jamal Murray had a nice game. Didn't shoot great from 3. 18, 6, and 5.
That was a late night game, right?
It was 8 o'clock.
Start? Yeah. Those games, as a Blazers fan, we have some 9 o'clock.
Underrated college basketball player who was their first round pick a couple years back. Christian Brown, white guy from Kansas.
He's underrated college basketball player. Everyone knows.
Oh, no, I just meant underrated.
Kansas.
Underrated as an NBA player.
Yeah.
He might be the most improved player, averaging about 14 points per game this year.
I didn't think he was that bad last year.
No, he wasn't, but he was the backup to KCP. He averaged only 6 points last year. He's averaging 14 points per game this year.
I don't know if that's much. 8-point difference.
8-point difference. That's a lot.
I feel like you can find NBA. Guys that even though this year I don't know if I can name one. Guys that a lot of guys would take those.
When Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player, his point increase is only 4 or 5 points.
Wow. The most improved sometimes.
It's not all just points.
Wasn't it Tyrese Maxey in the running last year?
Yeah, when he was improving, he was an all-star, yeah.
And sometimes those awards just confuse me.
But Christian Brown, he's a good starter caliber player who went from he got better as a shooter too. So last year he averaged 7, 4, and 2 on 46% from the field. This year he's averaging 14, 5, and 2 on 57% from the field. 11 shooting increase with 8 extra points per game, or 7 extra points per game.
How I think most improved players should be though is at the start of the year, if you were to tell me he had those stats, I think, is that not what you'd expect from a third-year player to make that jump?
Not necessarily.
I mean, not necessarily that big of a jump, but I don't think it's like out of my, like, if you told me that, I'd be like, wow, he got better. But I don't know if I'd be like, whoo, most improved, you know? I feel like, but I don't know who that would be this year.
Usually most improved guys are the guys in like their third year though. Like last year, a guy in contention for it was the Hawks, Jalen Johnson. Yeah. This year, he's obviously doing great again this year. This year, his improvement, he's about doing the same as last year. Last year, he averaged 16, 9, and 4. This year, he's averaging 19, 10, and 5. Like, he's a good player. But
good players will get good in the third year.
Okay, so
just
like
who's the best role player in the third year? That's what it's becoming.
Yeah.
That's not what the award is who improved the most from last year.
So who
I don't know this year. I wouldn't have a name. I'm just hating to be honest. I would not have a name to give you.
I could give you another one on the Hawks. DeAndre Hunter, 6-man. He's in like his 5th year, but it's a huge jump. Shooting splits wide. He's averaging 20 points per game on
DeAndre Hunter, and he's a 46 defender.
He's shooting 40% from 3, 46% from the field. He was on the Virginia national championship team. He's the one who hit the shot for to go to overtime versus Tech.
He's always played for the Hawks, right?
Yes, but at the same time, though, it's just like last year. Like DeAndre Hunter's been good though. He averaged like 16 a game last year. It's not like he's some no name.
He's up to 20.
He's at 19 to be exact. Now he dropped a little bit because he went on a cold stretch
the
last couple weeks.
A 3 points.
Yeah. It's just hard to judge because like he's having career best in terms of 3-point percentage, but that slump killed him now because now his field goal percentage is just tied for what he had last year. He was shooting like 50% from the field and 44% from 3 like a month ago.
Gotcha.
And he had a slump for a little bit.
Yeah. Just to get, we kind of got off track there. Just to get to another NBA game that I watched this morning was that second game in Paris, the Spurs versus the Pacers. And watching that one with my dad, who never watches basketball, and trying to explain to him that Victor Wembanyama is as good as advertised, and his team is still 12th in the West, was kind of hard to do because he's like, they're not that good, so Wembanyama hasn't been that good? And I'm like, no, he has been fantastic. He's maybe even like, he's up there with the hype, if not beating it, and yet he still is just like, the team's success hasn't come because I really think you got to get something else. I think that
Vassell can stay. Vassell is
without Wemby. That take away every single team's top option?
Yeah,
we're one of the worst. I think you're the worst. I think you're the worst. You're not the worst team currently.
No. Take away the Wizards' top option, they're still worse than the Spurs.
Yeah, but
the Wizards have 6 wins.
Kuz and Sar.
The Wizards have 6 wins.
That's true, but I mean,
come on now.
I think the difference though, but Jordan Poole versus Wembanyama.
Oh, huge.
That's
difference.
an easy 20
game. There's still
dude.
Good players on the Spurs. Devin Vassell, Chris Paul's playing good. Harrison Barnes is having one of his better years. He's shooting best he's ever shot from 3.
It's a debate between those two. The Pistons also without Cade.
Nah. Malik Beasley might be the 6th man of the year this year. He's playing great. Jaden Ivey before he got hurt. Jalen Duren's a good center.
Yeah, they're better.
Asar Thompson. They have a they're going to be a playoff team probably. I know if you take away Cade.
Rockets are still really good.
No, Rockets are amazing without Jalen Green, Tari, and Thompson. They're
who else would I say? The Blazers is a weird one.
They're a weird one. I still think
their roster is pretty much the same.
If you take away Anthony,
we really have we are built around depth. I'm trying to think. Ooh, Hornets without LaMelo.
Yeah, they're already bad with LaMelo, and then Brandon Miller's hurt too, and their only good player left would be basically Mark Williams, and who's a center who needs LaMelo to feed him.
That might be worse. Those three.
The Spurs across the year are better than the Hornets and the Wizards without Wemby still.
Maybe, but I feel like Wemby's
Spurs. Put it this way: Spurs have won some of their games this year. Wemby's only missed like 5 games. They won like 2 or 3 of those.
Oh, never mind.
And the Wizards have 6 wins total with their whole team.
Yeah, I just think when I think Wemby, I think he's better. Even though I guess the season's not over, but he's 20 wins better than Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
as your number one option. Which the season's not over. They could
No, if
Easily.
you take away Wemby, we're terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. Right? With Wemby, we're an okay, solid team right now. We're 20, 23. Like, we're in the close to playing race.
It's
Like,
just weird to think about, like, how good he has been and the team success hasn't followed. Because I guess when we think generational prospects, our mind immediately goes to LeBron. And he was pretty decent his first couple years in Cleveland.
I definitely wasn't expecting playoffs this year. I wasn't expecting it this year. Next year, when we also have the Hawks first round picks this year from the DeJounte Murray trade.
But
they're mid. It's going to be a late lottery, or it's going to be they're losing first round playoffs if they make it. So it's going to be between probably pick 13 and 17, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So a nice pick. On our pick, probably will end up being close to top 10. So first, we're going to have
the West is
lottery.
stacked.
The West is stacked. So I mean, the good news for us is that we're improving as a team. But since the West is so stacked, we're probably not going to make the playoffs, which will just give us a better pick, which we need for a second guy to pair with Wemby.
I feel that for sure. All right. In terms of basketball, is that everything?
I think that's everything I want to cover. I mean,
It's basketball. We'll fill you in. Obviously, as we're gonna move into the NFL now, but as basketball season goes on more, it's gonna become more of a basketball thing.
Definitely.
You know.
Football's closing out.
Yeah. So now let's talk about football. Let's start. I know we have the games to talk about in our picks.
Let's talk about the coaching tree. The coaching carousel that happened though.
Yeah.
All the new coaches have been picked up.
So I think we start with. You want to start with the earliest one?
Let's start with the first one that happened before, like 3-4 weeks ago. Mike Vrabel back to the Patriots.
Ooh,
I forgot
about that. I really like Mike Vrabel. I feel like he is Dan Campbell-esque. He's not near as good as Dan Campbell.
He gets the best out of his players.
But he gets the best out of his players, and he's that fiery type of coach that I think guys want to play underneath. Mm-hmm. And like he's one that I think the offensive line, to me, when I think of him, I think of a decent
I think of a great running team.
I think of a great running team. The same thing with Dan Campbell.
With a solid game manager quarterback, and that's all you need. Which with Drake May's potential, he's going to have more than that.
Yeah.
Patriots, the wide receiver room, still really bad in New England. They need to get a wide receiver weapon. That's where I think Travis Hunter's going to be there.
That's kind of, we say that. How long has it been since the Patriots really had? Julian was good. But also, like,
I'm trying to think of they had Edelman.
Like, elite,
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss, right?
Randy Moss and Wes Welker. Yeah.
That was a while ago.
The late 2000s.
Y'all need someone who I think could be.
Well, okay. As a weapon, they had Gronk. Gronk was a huge receiving threat. He's one of the best
receiving threat.
Time.
That's true.
But
their receiver room.
Wide receivers, no.
Because Hunter Henry there for a while was Pro Bowler.
He still has solid year. Yeah.
Yeah, they were Pro Bowlers, which is crazy to think about Mac Jones being a Pro Bowler. I think Vrabel. Do we want to guess how many before we see any?
How many wins with the Patriots? I think they improve. They definitely improved from what they had this year. I'm gonna say the Bills are still gonna win.
Right?
Gerard Mayo. Yeah.
Gerard Mayo.
Same thing.
What do you call it? I'm gonna say.
I can see 6 wins.
7
wins. That's what I was
7
thinking.
to 10. That's what I'm thinking. Because
before we see, reminder, we'll change this at the beginning of next season whenever there's free agency happening and everything.
Patriots are gonna make moves. They have cap space.
It's gonna happen. You see who they draft, everything. Man, I think that's a great hire though. Josh, you got anything on that hire?
Y'all wrapped it up pretty good.
All right, well, let's go to the most surprising one this morning, which I know you have something to talk about. The Dallas Cowboys.
Brian son of Marty Schottenheimer.
Let me, like I said in the first episode, Jerry Jones, sell the team. or hurry up and I'm not going to make a threat on
I don't know, like, it's hard for me to see, like, he didn't call the plays.
He didn't call the plays.
I think getting Matt Eberflus to be your DC was great. That was the kind of splash you needed after hiring him.
Bears defense wasn't terrible underneath him.
I just think there was so
somehow
many.
The craziest offseason move we've made in the last 3 years. Crazier part being we needed a running back last year, and he goes,
"No, bro, Rico Dowdle. Don't disrespect Rico Dowdle. Ran for 1,000 yards. Rico Dowdle was.
I do not care. We passed up on Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no, passing up on Derrick Henry for that's crazy. But
I just think, man, that was rough. I'd never heard of him. You told me he didn't make even the play calls. He wasn't in the
He was the last time he called plays was when before he was in Dallas. He was the Seattle's offensive coordinator. And
I think if I would have
they
gone
weren't bad
right down,
they had a good run scheme.
I think if I would have write down 10 head coaching candidates before any of them were hired, I don't think he'd be on there.
I mean, yeah, it's just Brian Schottenheimer. I mean, I'm not going to judge it until truly until the Dallas plays under him. But I just don't like the hire. It's just the fact that the Cowboys. You could have made it an intriguing case to a Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn, who we'll talk about with their teams.
What's the
Liam
name?
Cohen, the new Jaguars head.
What's the name of the Broncos DC?
Broncos defense coordinator. No defense coordinator. Hold on.
He was
blanking
really.
I'm thinking of Vic Fangio, who's the Eagles defense coordinator, because he was Broncos
It's
head
similar.
coach. I'm just gonna look it up.
He was also a Broncos head coach, the DC. He's
Could not tell you.
I know who it is. I don't even need to look it up. It's Vance Joseph. He
Vance
used to be the
Joseph.
He used to be the Cardinals
yeah.
defense coordinator too.
he
Vance
would have been
Joseph
above
could
there.
definitely be a head coach.
You know what he did with that defense was amazing.
Oh man, our defense was solid under Vance Joseph.
Yeah, he was a great defense coordinator. And then I watched that DMVR Broncos podcast, and one of the guys said he thought he took an interview with the Jets, and he was doing everything. I would have listed him over the Cowboys, and I think you would have had the best. You have the best quarterback to go. You can coach Dak.
Yeah.
None of the other teams.
No, the other teams keep you situation. Maybe Bears, Caleb Williams, because of how Caleb Williams stealing his hire.
I still think
and Ben Johnson's
Trevor Lawrence is pretty good. I don't think he would be as
he's
intense
not
as Dak.
He's not terrible. He's not
Those
bad.
three,
He's
the other
had
ones,
good season. He's had bad.
Drake May maybe, but like
Drake May's got good.
I think Dak would be the most. If I was a head coach, I'd go.
Same. It's a safe
He's
situation.
proven himself.
He's in his.
You could have.
He's not really regressing yet. The problem is the playoff success, but at times it hasn't always been Dak's fault.
He hasn't
but he
played
doesn't show
terrible.
up in
I feel like
playoffs.
the past few losses have not been his fault.
I don't know that last Packers game.
That was the defense's fault. You can't give up 48 to the Packers.
48 to the Packers is bad.
He threw a pick six, granted.
He threw a pick six when they were down 20-7 already. That kind of put the coffin in him.
Yeah, but I think
put the coffin.
Put the nail in the coffin. You know what I'm saying? Right?
I knew it. I'm just messing with you, man.
I think you could have gotten someone. Now, you've already given your opinion on this. You can tell them. Would you rather have had Deion Sanders?
Yes, absolutely.
As a non-Cowboys fan, I don't know. Would you rather use one of your 53-man roster spots on Shiloh and trade it up to get Shador, but got Deion?
Yeah, you just have to give up a lot, especially get up to you have to get trade inside the top 6. Definitely, you have to
at least
the top. No, you can do top 6 because I don't think Cleveland's going to draft him. One, because they will make a way to make sure Shador does not go to Cleveland. Titans are going to take Cam Ward is my prediction. The only other team that top 6 that needs a QB is Las Vegas.
You don't think Vegas would take Shador?
No, I think Vegas could. That's what I'm saying. You have to trade into the top 6 to get Shador.
I think Shador will be. I hope he goes to Vegas. I think
Vegas would be a good fit for him. I think.
But Shiloh taking him 53-man roster spots, or you get 53 of them. You don't think about it. Every single one probably touches the field. Shiloh might have to touch the field.
Yeah, as a special team, he could play special teams.
He's slow.
Yeah, he is.
He's slow on special teams. No.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I would do it.
We'll see. Maybe we're.
I thought if one team was stupid enough to do it, it'd be the Cowboys.
We'll just wait.
I'd still, dude. We're talking about hiring somebody to run this entire thing that isn't Jerry Jones, that never called plays while McCarthy was here. I would 100% rather have Deion. Complete culture change, everything.
You would be a free agent destination with rappers in the locker room and everything.
Yeah.
With Deion.
Let's
go to.
I'll say the Bears definitely got to address Ben Johnson, biggest head coach.
Yeah,
he was basically like a big free agent signing, like the Bears wherever Ben Johnson went.
I saw a video that said he just did it to try to make Caleb Williams better than Jay Daniels to spite him.
Yeah, no.
I forget that.
People talk about Ben Johnson calling up the Jameson Williams pass play that cost him, but that was the only reason. Lions defense was complete. A lot of things happened with the Lions.
They got
so injured. They were missing
injured.
so many big players on the defense. They were missing Lee McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson. They were missing Marcus Davenport. They were missing their entire defensive line basically. All their pass rush was basically gone. They were injured in the cornerback room. They lost to Meek Robertson in that game, who's one of their. They were so injured. They were one of the best edge rushers and one of the best interior defensive line.
The best edge rusher in the league right now. Hutch before he was hurt.
Huh?
He was like 5 sacks ahead of the next
Dog.
guy.
That's
Miles
great.
Garrett, TJ Watt,
Micah
what?
Parsons, Max Crosby.
I would rather
Top
Aiden
5
Hutchinson.
for
crazy.
sure.
You're
I'm not
taking-
gonna disagree.
top 5 for
5.
sure. Will Anderson had an incredible
He
year.
might even be number 3. But
Trey
he's not ahead
Hendrickson
of
had
Miles
eight
Aiden
Garrett.
Hutchinson was
sacks.
so far ahead before he got injured of
Bro,
everyone
okay,
else.
Aiden Hutchinson's great, but there's still guys that have been proven, and I'd still take over. You're telling me you're not? You're telling me you're taking Aiden Hutchinson over TJ Watt?
Yes,
That's crazy.
I am.
That's
I'm thinking
great.
Aiden
That's fine. You
Hutchinson
can
is
have that
great.
opinion, but I would still taking like 4 guys for Aiden Hutchinson.
No, I think Aiden
You're
Hutchinson is the
taking
best one.
I'm
Aiden Hutchinson over Miles CTE Garrett.
Miles Garrett.
Yes, easily over Miles Garrett.
No, bro. You're not taking him over
No.
Wall. You're not taking him over Garrett.
I'm taking him over Watt and
A
Garrett.
healthy Micah. Heck no.
Healthy Micah Park. I'm thinking of taking him too.
I
think
can,
you're
I can
underestimating-
understand that a little bit.
I think you're
even as a Cowboys fan.
I'm not
underestimating
underestimating
Aiden
Aiden's
Hutchinson.
an incredible
Wasn't he
impact.
on
He's a
par to
beast.
break the sack record by like whatever? Like I think
We
like
don't-
before
we
he
don't-
got injured.
Dude, guys' production slows down throughout the season. TJ Watt, like you said last year, TJ Watt, or what, 2 years ago? 2 years ago, he was on pace to break the sack record, and he just ended up tying it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's
But-
impressive, but I think right now, I would rather Aiden Hutchinson. Yes, I think you're underestimating Aiden
No,
Hutchinson. You're
it's okay.
underestimating.
I'm gonna argue.
You
have your
might get
argument.
mad with the comparison
Yeah.
I'm about to make, but this is sounding a lot like LeBron. We don't need you anymore. Ben Simmons, you're the future. Come on now.
Not quite that
Aiden
bad.
Not
Hutchinson.
quite that,
Hutchinson-
but dude, that's.
I'm just saying, edge rushers in
I'd still
position is
need to
preference.
praise
It's preference. There's so many elite edge rushers in the NFL.
It's still.
It's preference.
It's just.
I
Dude,
don't know.
it's-
Let me know down below if you think Aiden Hutchinson is the best. I don't think this is a crazy take.
Yes. Please leave a comment. We need
please
some
let
of
us know.
those.
And we're not. I'm not. I like Aiden Hutchinson. He's still one of the best. Like I already said.
I think
Easily
those
top
other guys,
10,
those
plus
other
top
guys are
5.
easily top 5. I'm not, and if I was any person, I want them. But I think if it was a fantasy draft, Aiden Hutchinson gets before Alton. Fantasy draft,
Maybe.
simulated
Maybe.
Madden. No,
Maybe.
Madden is not a good place
Yeah,
to get
Madden
your stuff,
don't.
which the Jets learned.
All right, so okay, back on track. Ben Johnson, Bears head coach. I think it's a great fit. Awesome offense around it that he'll make work of.
Was-
Swift.
Here's
DJ
my
Moore,
question:
Odunze.
do you think he was coming up with the trick plays, or do you think it was Campbell?
No, it was 100% him. It was his play calling. He called
I
all
know.
the plays for the Lions.
Then is that's gotta be the top coach then? Like all those trick plays.
Dude,
just everything he
the
was doing-
fake stumble play
The
that he
fake
ran.
stumble was so
the only
good.
thing that was questionable is why are you calling up a James Williams wide receiver pass when you're down 10 with your star quarterback with 10 minutes left in the game? That I didn't understand. But
You know what
so
you're getting
he-
with him though.
like,
and you take the good with the bad.
You take, yeah. I mean, it cost him the game ultimately. That wasn't the only reason why. Like I said, Lions were in a bad spot overall. They should have played a lot better than they did. The defense didn't show much effort, and Goff threw 3 picks, including a pick 6. Didn't have a good game, but I mean, Ben Johnson's a great play caller. And then so Bears, I think Bears are going to be good. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team this upcoming year. They have high potential for it. They got to fix the O-line a little bit, get a little bit more help in
Who
like
you-
the linebacking.
Who you
core.
kicking out of the NFC playoffs this year?
That's too early to tell. To be honest, like this season isn't even over. I'm just saying, like in the NFC, we don't know how the Vikings are going to be again. What if this was a fluke Sam Darnold year? What if JJ McCarthy's now for sure their quarterback and Sam Darnold signs somewhere else? What if
He's on a 1-year contract, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a free agent. So either Vikings will be like, hey, we'll go with McCarthy after that playoff performance by Darnold.
I think today would be the next up, right? The Bears.
I mean, I'd still
If
take
they
Lions
fix
and
that,
Packers.
yeah.
I still think are gonna.
Yeah, I'm
tough.
saying they're the next
Yeah.
up if someone drops
Yeah.
out.
I mean, next
If they
year,
don't.
NFC West. I really think two teams are going to make it next year. Niners need to bounce back. Cardinals are finally at that spot now. After going 8-9 this year, next year could be their chance to get back in the playoffs because they just need some more.
Who the Rams made?
Rams are going to keep making playoffs probably as long as Stafford doesn't regress. Their defense is elite.
I think he retires. I don't think.
He's 30-something, like 6, 37, 38. He got another year or two in him if he wants. And I mean, with Puka, Kupp, Kyron Williams on the offense, you're good. They'll probably want to draft maybe a tight end in one of the rounds. But
So Bears are looking up.
Bears are looking up. Jets looking up too. I like the Aaron Glenn hire, defensive coach.
I love Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn.
Legend.
The only thing is, it's like
Lions
Jets.
DC.
Lions defense coordinator.
I think
It's a good hire.
What he was able to do with that injured defense.
Yeah, they still had good. They still performed well at times with a completely injured defense for the most
I
part.
think that's great hire. But are you worried about Aaron Rodgers if you're you're Aaron Glenn?
A little bit. I mean, no one really knows what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. No one knows if he wants to leave the Jets. No one knows if he's going to retire. No one knows if he's going to want to come back because Devontae Adams is a free agent. I believe Devontae Adams could just go anywhere. I doubt he's going to want to come back to New York. It's going to be. I feel like Devontae and Aaron Rodgers are going to kind of play off each other. I think they want to continue playing with each other as long as Aaron's playing. So I mean,
to me, I always worry about him complaining that he's got DC as a head coach.
I mean.
But
Aaron Rodgers should scapegoat anybody. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird that the Jets still go with a defensive minded head coach when offense has been their problem for so long. Their defense isn't always. But it's like Aaron Glenn obviously is a great candidate, a great hire. And then, Jets. I feel like it's a good move, but I can't tell you how the Jets are always are gonna jet. That's all I'm gonna say.
Chargers gonna charge.
Chargers gonna charge. Or Jets gonna jet, and probably Jags are gonna jag. This brings us to the most controversial head coach signing. Liam Cohen, the Bucs offensive coordinator. I believe so.
It shouldn't be controversial.
It shouldn't be, but
you let your offensive coordinator make how much? I think he's offered $8 million for his extension, $14 million for his head coaching, and then I think it's if my coordinator, no matter where I am, if my coordinator wants a head coach job, he can go interview.
Well, okay, so this is what happened. He went and interviewed. Okay. Jaguars GM Trent Baalke hasn't been a great GM anywhere he's been. He was the 49ers GM back in 2015, 16. Niners were bad then. They had 2 one-year head coaches.
He scapegoated Chip Kelly.
Yeah, yes he did. He just is not a great GM. Liam Cohen told him that. He's like, all right, I'm going to go back to Tampa Bay to be offensive coordinator. All right, and so they ended up making the highest paid offensive coordinator ever. What ends up happening is 2 days later, Trent Baalke gets fired. All right, Liam Cohen makes an excuse about his daughter being sick. Hops on the plane.
He says he didn't. He says that him and Bruce Arians were in talks the entire time. He said that was made up by the front office.
Okay.
Him and his head coach had talked about it.
Bruce Arians is the Buccaneers head coach.
Todd Bowles.
Yeah.
Is he the GM? No, Todd Bowles. Him and Todd Bowles, but Bruce Arians didn't know. That's what it was. Him and Todd Bowles had been texting. He never talked to Bruce Arians about it.
Is Bruce Arians the GM for them right now? No, I don't think. What was Bruce Arians? He was just Bruce Arians was their head coach.
You said GM, and I was like, I know the GM.
I said maybe he's their GM.
No, Bruce Arians has nothing to do with Tampa Bay.
But he retired.
Yes, he used to be their coach when Tom Brady was.
That one dude took over.
Todd Bowles. He was the Jets coach at one. Yes.
Todd Bowles and him were talking the whole time. Is what he said.
Okay.
The entire time Todd Bowles knew, but the GM, whoever it is, I have no idea who it is, didn't know.
Okay. Well, so Liam Cohen then gets on the flight to Jacksonville, and Tampa
Bruce
Bay
Arians is the senior football consultant for the Buccaneers.
Okay, so he's still part of it. He's a consultant.
He did.
All right.
And so
he gets on the flight to Jacksonville. Buccaneers can't get a hold of him. Don't know what's going on. He signs the deal, puts ink to paper with the Jags because the Buccaneers.
He said no one attempted to call him. That's another thing.
I mean, he can deny all he wants, but it looks like from everything that's been reported, it's apparent that.
I think Tampa Bay would be kind of upset. It's their second in a row losing offensive coordinator, but I think you always expect your OCs every level of football.
I get it.
Every level of football from I think even high school, you'd expect your OC to go take a head coach job, or if you're in college for sure, Texas, Oregon. If their OC's popping off, he's probably gonna go get a head coach
like Sark denied NFL interviews. He got NFL interviews, but since he
you expect them that you let them move up, and that was a move where he moved up. It was not a horizontal move. He moved up. I don't see an issue.
A little different. He went and taken another lateral move to another team, and where
he took a vertical move.
Yeah, he went up.
He helped his career. I have no issue.
I have the same. No, it's just the way. It's just from what it's been said in the media, it makes it look worse. And I think there's no one. No, 100%.
He might have the best. That deep in terms of what he's gonna be an offensive play caller. That offense.
It could be solid. I mean, they're definitely gonna add.
Brian
Thomas is amazing. They need to add another receiver on this because Christian Kirk broke his collarbone. He's getting a little, he's a slot guy now, strictly a slot guy basically now.
Yeah.
You need to get another outside threat. Evan Ingram's going to be healthy again. He was unhealthy this year. Evan Ingram's still good. He just was banged up this year. Etienne is not good.
Etienne, I don't think he's good.
Tank Bigsby's he's going to be their workhorse. Tank Bigsby's good. They could. They'll they'll go to. Etienne's just gonna be like third down back probably. He's still because Etienne's not trash.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just his production compared to what Tank was doing with his stuff. Tank just slowly took over. It kind of is like a Jameer Monty situation. Actually, they're probably gonna split carries.
Hopefully he brings Bucky Irving with him. I know he can.
No,
He's on
he
the
can't.
contract.
Bucky Irving's Tampa Bay.
That'd be pretty cool.
But
That'd be pretty cool.
Jacksonville, the defense, they have two great edge rushers, Trayvon Walker, former #1 pick, and
I just don't
Josh
think of
Hines
them.
and Josh
I
Hines
don't
out.
think of them. I haven't thought about them as a defensive team since they had Miles
Saxonville, Miles Jack, Telvin Smith, Ramsey, AJ Boye.
Yeah, I don't really. You just don't think about them anymore.
That defense almost carried them to a Super Bowl with Blake Bortles at quarterback.
That's crazy.
The defense was insane.
Who was those four that year? It was Tom Brady, Blake Bortles, the Final Four.
I think it was Bortles,
Nick Foles, and
the Vikings, Case Keenum.
Case
Keenum, Nick
Keenum,
Foles,
bro.
Blake Bortles, and then Tom Brady.
That was an all-time
crazy
championship game. Do we have any other coaches? Yes, the Raiders. Pete Carroll.
Pete
Carroll.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it at
liked
all. Don't like it at all. They're a rebuilding team with a super old coach. I don't like it at all. I don't like it.
It's not like he's been like terrible.
Okay.
No, I feel like you want to go with a younger coach who you can hope to commit to for a long time.
I think he's a bridge coach. Bridge coach.
Okay, that's fair.
He's the perfect coach to start your quarterback. You know?
Like Ethan, I can see that.
He's gonna know what to do. I don't think they're planning on making the playoffs in the upcoming years.
No.
So the NFC West.
They have good pieces. You got Brock Bowers.
AFC West.
You got Jacoby Myers. You got Jackson Powers Johnson, Colton Miller on the offensive line.
You're gonna have to find a quarterback. You're gonna have to either draft him or sign
draft
someone.
one or sign another bridge
Gardner
guy.
Minshew is the future.
No, I could kid you not, watching a Raiders game on like Red Zone or just watching any Raiders game. Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell and Desmond Ritter. The fact that he's had to play all three of those guys at quarterback, it's hard to watch. Aiden O'Connell is actually the most competent. Aiden O'Connell is a solid. He's a backup quarterback in the NFL for the future. Like he's not going to lose.
Wow.
He's a solid backup. Okay, if like your guy has like an ankle injury, misses 1 week, you can feel comfortable bringing it. Yeah.
I understand that.
He's a smart guy.
I'm hoping. I like Pete Carroll personally. Him and Jim Harbaugh. Is that the one that's the Chargers?
Jim Harbaugh's on the Chargers.
Yes.
I like Jim Harbaugh.
Him and Jim apparently they don't like each other.
They
always find each other. Pac-10 rivals.
Yeah.
And then they move 49ers Seahawks rivals, and then now they're there again. That's pretty cool. I like that storyline.
I do like that storyline. I think that's all the head coaches.
And they're the oldest. That's the oldest head coaching division now. Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh, and Pete Carroll. That is an old coach.
Thinking of other coaches, so I think we covered. The Saints have not found their coach yet. Probably going to be Mike McCarthy. That's probably what. Yeah, it's going to be Mike McCarthy or I think
one of those.
Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady is staying with the Bills. He's not taking a head coaching job this year, which is crazy.
Let's go Bills.
So the Bills are going to be probably really good next year again too. He's a really good offensive coordinator, and he said he's staying with the Bills.
Which one of them runs the 4x1? Like specifically, is it him or McDermott?
No, it's him.
It's him. Runs that 4x1. That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, it's basically like real life PA
so good. I think the Saints are the only ones left then.
Saints. Yeah,
also, there was rumors there for a while about someone trading for a head coach, according to my coworker.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, according to my coworker.
Mike Tomlin's potentially going to get traded. I don't remember what team is interested, but I mean, the only team that has open vacancies is the Saints. But I mean, I guess Atlanta, Raheem Morris isn't going to get fired, even though he had times this year. He had some bad moments in the Commanders game when he didn't call any of his timeouts in the first half because he thought they carried over into the second half on a drive. Yeah,
some of y'all need to play more Madden.
Yeah, really.
These coaches need to figure out.
The clock management is horrible. They had
Tomlin.
No, this was Raheem Morris.
Okay, dude.
No,
I was like, how is Mike Tomlin never having a losing season?
No, Mike Tomlin just does good enough till December where they're 10-3, and then they're like, okay, we're good. We made the wild card to lose to our division rival.
Let's let George Pickens get in the fight now.
George Pickens.
George Pickens a head case. He good. That's the reason he's NFL young boy. He's a beast, but he's a head case.
All right. Well, I think that's all the coaching moves. When the Saints get signed, we might make it short or something about it. If we forgot anything, we'll make it short or something. But let's just go ahead and talk about The upcoming playoff
games.
The conference championship games.
Commanders, Eagles, and Bills and Chiefs.
Where do we want to start?
I think Commanders, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs.
I think that's going to be,
So
Commanders, Eagles.
We got,
personally,
the best rookie season by quarterback ever up to this point.
I think that's crazy.
It's not crazy.
I think it's crazy.
It's not crazy.
You're just biased because Bo Nix is.
I'm just saying.
No, it's not crazy. It's not crazy.
It's the greatest postseason.
No, it's the greatest rookie season ever. 25 touchdowns, was close to 4,000 yards with another 900 on the ground.
And he didn't throw too many picks. It's
He
good.
only threw 9 picks.
Really
Under
good.
10 picks as a rookie is always great.
You know who
And then-
number 1 and number 2 is for passing touchdowns all time rookie season?
Who?
Can you name them?
Can I name them?
Yeah,
Who number
1 and
1, 2 for passing touchdowns in a rookie season.
Yep.
I can tell you who threw the most picks. Just as a random fact,
Yeah,
most picks for a rookie season is
Peyton
Peyton Manning, like 28.
I think he's most
Right.
picks thrown in a season.
Most passing touchdowns in the rookie season, it's Jaden and then CJ Stroud. I'm pretty sure
No,
it's not.
they went to the same college. These two guys.
Is it Bo Nix and Mariota?
It's Bo Nix and
Is it
Justin
actually?
Herbert.
Oh,
Bo
it's
Nix is
Justin
tied
Herbert.
for second, and
It-
Justin Herbert's one.
Sure.
I forget who he's tied to.
How many touchdowns did Bo Nix throw this year in regular season?
I can look that up for you. He had, I want to say about.
Guys, like and subscribe.
I want to say about 30 rookie passing touchdowns regular season. Bo Nix had.
I don't know what my parents are watching.
Bo Nix had 29.
29.
He didn't throw his first one until week 4.
Oh, nice.
That's rough. And Jaden had 25. I'm just saying,
Okay,
like,
so Jaden.
Did Nick start the whole year? Did he start?
Yeah, he
started
did.
the whole year.
He just didn't throw a
Oh.
touchdown in his first 3 weeks. He threw 4 picks,
All right.
0 touchdowns.
Well, I just feel like everything considered, Jaden Daniel had one of the best overall stat rookie seasons. You gotta take into account all his rushing yards he had to.
No,
his
he had
passing
tons of
like
rushing.
almost 1,000 rushing yards as a rookie.
That's
whatever,
cool.
and it's crazy.
I'm
and
just
then,
saying.
the playoff success too. If he goes to the Super Bowl, no rookie QB's ever won a Super Bowl. The
And then you
earliest,
can say it.
earliest
no,
to
ever
do
been
it-
to a Super
ever
Bowl.
been to a Super Bowl period. Yeah, the only youngest person to do it has Ben Roethlisberger in his second year, and they won.
Yeah.
Did they beat the Cardinals?
They beat the Seahawks.
I
They beat
think- Would Big Ben in his second season be younger than Jay Daniels?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was. He was, yeah.
Jay Daniels also played Justin Herbert in college.
Yeah, but Jay Daniels also is. I
Let's
feel
see.
like people think he's older than he actually. He's like 23. Like he's older, but I mean, like.
I think he's only like. They
He's like-
call
he's
Bo
not-
Nix old. Bo
Yes,
Nix is like 7 months old.
Bo Nix is
All
like,
of them
yeah,
are around the
they're
same
all around.
age.
Jay Daniels is.
I think he's 24 at most.
He's definitely been better. He deserves Rookie of the Year. I'm never gonna argue that.
Jay Daniels turned 24 his last month, and then Bo Nix.
Turned 25.
Bo Nix turns 25 this coming month. Exactly a month from now, February 25th.
Wow. But I'm just saying, like, not too
It's
much.
probably why they're
knowledge.
so polished, how much experience they got.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's
I think
not
it's
like
better.
that. I think that's why, like, this is completely irrelevant. But like, why a guy like Arch Manning might play 2 full seasons in Texas when he only has to play 1 as long as he plays good, and he'll be a top 5 pick. But
Hope is always that they're so good they have to go.
yeah,
As a fan, you hope you win the
same. If we
championship and they
no
say,
best case
"Nah."
scenario we win the net and he comes back again. Then it's,
That would be crazy. But then he's got nothing left to prove.
yeah.
They'll say no.
Um,
Anyway, Jim, enough about Jay Daniels himself. Let's talk about that whole team.
Yeah.
I personally, we'll do score predictions at the end.
Yeah.
We'll just talk about, I think in my heart, this is a hard game for me to pick.
It is.
I would not mind seeing the Eagles in the Super Bowl, which I know they're a big hated team.
No.
I don't hate them very much.
I don't love the Eagles. I really don't. But
I like Jim.
I like Saquon. Like one of the best running back seasons ever this year for him. He could have broke the record if they let him play the last game. But I love Saquon. He's a humble guy. Like he really wants to, but he's like, I don't need to play this last game. I need to stay healthy for the playoffs.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Oh, so I wanted to. Sorry, let's finish talking about the Commanders team before like.
Okay.
So we got one bad thing for them. Sam Cosmi, their starting right tackle, got hurt towards ACL. He's done. Just bad. He's a good
I
player.
don't see why he doesn't just play through that.
But you got old man Austin Eckler, who's been having great third down back. Brian Robinson's getting the job done. He had a big game versus the Lions. Zach Ertz is revived. He's been great. He's been great. Great tight end for. Terry has been awesome.
Scary Terry.
Terry McLaurin's been great.
I love Scary
De'Ami Brown in the playoffs all of a sudden has been good. He had 2 basically.
You need
100
someone to
yard
come
games.
on if you
But
want to
they,
make a run.
Whoa. Whoa.
My
Hey,
fault.
hey, come on, pause, bro.
I'm just saying you need some guy to come up.
But yeah, if the O-line can hold up, the problem is this Eagles team is loaded on offense and defense. So they're going to try and commit to that run game like they've been doing.
Cooper DeJean.
The Eagles, the biggest challenge for Commanders is going to be stopping that Eagles offensive line. 4 Pro Bowlers on that offensive line isn't absurd. Jordan Mailata, Lane Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Lane Johnson.
Without Kelsey.
No Kelsey anymore. They replaced Jason Kelsey with another Pro Bowl center in Cam Jurgens. And then your receivers of just AJ Brown, Devonta Smith,
I think they might
and Dallas
have
Goedert at tight end. The offense is loaded, and then you got Barkley and Hurts.
everything is loaded for them.
Defense. They replaced Fletcher Cox, an all-caliber Pro Bowl defense tackle, with Jalen Carter, who's one of the best defense tackles now in the league.
They for a while they were just drafting every defensive player
Nolan
they could get their
Smith.
hand on.
Nolan Smith,
Yes.
edge rusher too. He's been good for this year.
Every
Georgia
defensive player.
Their
they
linebacker
get
who tore his ACL, N'Kobe Dean from Georgia, he's out for the year.
Didn't they also
guess
have a
what?
corner
But guess
from
what?
Georgia?
Guess who they signed free agency? Saints middle linebacker who didn't pan out for them well, Zach Bond, this year exploded for like 150 tackles, first team All Pro and Pro Bowler.
Makes sense.
And
I just don't think. I think this is.
The Eagles team is really low. Then you look in the secondary. The G and Quinyon Mitchell, who you draft as your corners, they've been both like incredible.
Really
Quinyon Mitchell's been locked down.
Quinyon Mitchell's from where?
Toledo.
That's
yeah.
right.
And
Played
DeJean
with
Tamala.
Daquan
And then
Finn.
you still have Darius Slay. He's regressing a little bit. He's getting older, but he's not bad.
Yeah.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at safety.
Yeah.
Ball hawk.
Full game.
And then Reed Blankenship, Pro Bowler for them as well, up at safety. Then you got, they're loaded. We named everybody that's good on that team.
That's insane. I think they win the game. Like
I'm going to pick
will be
Eagles.
the
I
end.
want Commanders.
I think I do.
But Eagles are.
Marcus Mariota Super Bowl MVP.
All right, we're gonna move to the Bills and Chiefs, the headline game.
Oh,
the
we gotta
rival.
get a like.
We gotta get score
Score.
predictions.
We're gonna get a score
brother.
for
Yeah, we'll get the Eagles first.
You can start, Josh.
I think, as much as I want the Commanders to win that, there's just way too much firepower in Philadelphia. I got Philly by 10. I'm gonna go 35-25.
35-25. Okay.
35. I
I
just
can see
scored
it.
25.
You can score 25. It's happened this year.
Field goals and stuff. I was also gonna go 35 points for the Eagles. But I was gonna get a little closer. I was gonna get exactly 30 points for the Commanders. I think they will score more than we think they're gonna score. I think the Eagles' firepower will be just too much. 35-30 is gonna be my prediction.
35-30. Okay, I see that. Philadelphia. All right, I'm gonna go Philadelphia too. Unfortunately, I just got the good answer.
Not gonna be a good graphic.
I'm gonna go 27-24. I think it's going to be a little more defensive than I think. I think both teams are going to try and pound that rock so some clock gets chewed off. Philly's for sure going to run the ball a ton, which I'm sure they'll try and get a big. I feel like they're going to have this. My prediction. I feel like they're going to have a huge play action bomb. Like they haven't had one in a while. Yeah, Philly. Like AJ Brown hasn't been involved the last couple of weeks. I feel like they're just going to.
I also think there'll be a late tush push that will once again get Twitter talking.
Yeah.
This should be in the tush push.
No, tush push should be 100% legal. Philly just runs it better than everyone else.
Yeah.
What do you call it? So 27-24. I think it's going to be one of those great games that you remember. Just there was scoring, but it wasn't there wasn't no defense at all in the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I think there's going to be a huge fourth down stop by one of the teams.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to go with.
All right. Well, then we all got the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Do we all have the same people they're playing? Chiefs, Bills. That's the marquee matchup of the day. Can you bet against Patrick Mahomes? Can you bet against the refs? It's all gonna come down.
I'm not gonna advise against it. I don't blame you if you want to, but
I just think the Chiefs. Here's my question: if they three-peat, this is the worst of the three-peat teams, right?
they'll be the first team to three-peat, I believe.
They'll be this of the 3 in a row of
Am I-
Patrick Mahomes' 4 Super Bowls. This will be the worst roster he has around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who? The wide receiver room just.
And what? Bills?
No, the Chiefs. The wide receiver room to me just. D-Hop has been a great addition.
Well, I mean, they got Worthy's turned up the second half of the season where he's been great.
And
Travis
he wasn't
Kelce's
that bad. The first couple weeks, he
had some drop problems still, which are that
A
in
little
Texas
bit,
a little
but I
bit.
still
Like
think
everyone
like-
knew that, but now that they're using him right, it's weird. Everyone thought he's gonna be a huge deep threat. They're using him in that short game, and he's been a great possession receiver. Like he's not. He hasn't had that. He's had only like 4 catches here over 20 yards.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but he's
fast.
But yeah, no, his route. He's
And
fast.
that tight end, not Kelsey.
Noah Gray, he's been solid.
Noah Gray's been really good at it.
Solid.
I think
He's good.
Kelsey retires this year for non-football reasons. I think him and Taylor just, I wish the best for him and Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm a big Taylor Swift guy myself.
Uh,
I don't really love them showing her all the time on the feed, but
it is annoying,
they
but-
do that when I watch a New York Knicks game with Spike Lee.
True.
I mean, everyone.
Every celebrity. They show every celebrity. Ben
Raptors-
Stiller, they always be showing Ben Stiller.
Raptors with Drake, they show him a decent amount if he's there. I think everyone has their celebrity they show.
They do.
The games that Curry's at the Panthers games,
Yep.
they show him a decent amount.
They do.
It's not just Taylor.
Bro, anytime I'm watching Texas football game on TV, they show Kevin Durant they show Kevin Durant a lot.
Not where I thought you were going. I thought you were going to go
McConaughey.
Oh, both
games.
of them. They show both.
McConaughey.
Katie and McConaughey are like, they're just, they worship them in Texas.
Yeah. I think everyone has those. I think the Chiefs and Taylor. I think Kelsey retires this year. I also think. I just don't know if I can. This defense is.
We need to talk about these Chiefs and Bills rosters. We got
Yeah.
So Chiefs. We got Mahomes. Run game has not been good in the playoffs from the running backs. Hunt and Pacheco have not been able to.
Pacheco always somehow gets a touchdown.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he somehow
in the playoffs. Every
Yeah,
playoff
and
game I sit down and watch.
He didn't have one yet so far though. He only played one game. He didn't have one versus Texans, but
I was
Kareem
at
Hunt
work.
had one. Kareem Hunt had one. He had one. You got Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes and Mahomes. You can hate all you want. He's a beast. He's
good.
you can argue him still as the number 1 QB in the league. Just overall, not this year.
I think he plays into the rules too much. He plays into stop it out of bounds. If they touch me, then I flail, and if they don't, I think that's why I loved him so much his first year.
Well, when he won after he won the second Super Bowl, it's
I was
fine.
still
Now,
a fan of him.
third one, it was like, ooh.
Third one, I was like, damn.
All right,
the
okay,
fourth
they're
one,
starting to get a little
been the
Patriot,
refs.
Yeah,
The refs are the issue.
yeah,
with
no,
not
yeah,
playing
it's
matches.
been really bad this year. Like, I'm gonna be so serious. Like, the refs aren't the reason the Chiefs won 3 Super Bowls. That team's constructed perfectly. Their defense just keeps getting better.
You wanna
They
talk
have a
about the defense? Just like who's on it?
Chris Jones, best defense tackle in the league. Like he's just a monster.
He has not always been on the Chiefs. He was
Yeah, he is.
on,
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he is.
Really?
100%. He was the guy who drafted out Mississippi State at the combine, and he had a wardrobe malfunction.
Gotcha. For some reason, I thought he was on the Cardinals at one point.
No, that's
Who's
Chandler
on?
Jones.
Chandler
He was on the
Jones.
Patriots, and
I
he
get
almost
those
won
mixed up.
Defensive
I get
Player of the
those
Year
mixed
for
up
us. He had like
sometimes.
19 sacks.
Gotcha.
But on the Chiefs, Chris Jones, they have one of the best corners in the league, Trent McDuffie, who was out of Washington, out of the Pac-12. He was their first round pick. This is his third year now. Yeah,
I don't like Washington players. Trent McDuffie's good.
Trent McDuffie's
I think
George Karlaftis out of Purdue, another that's a Big Ten guy. He's been great. He's in his third year.
I like Purdue too.
You got trying to think who else. Nick Bolton, their middle
Nick
linebacker.
Bolton's
He's very
from
good.
Mizzou?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm trying to think. They've had Jalen Watson's one of their corners. He's been kind of hurt. He's been hurt this year. Brian Cook at safety. He's good. He was out of where was Brian Cook out? Was it South? No, I don't think it was South Carolina. Hold on. Brian Cook was drafted out of.
Here's my question though.
Brian Cook.
You would definitely say they have the better defense than
Cincinnati. That's where he was.
Would you definitely say Kansas City is the better defense of the two teams? The Bills' defense is decent too, though.
I'd say Kansas City's got better defense. Kansas City's defense is the reason they won so many games.
Thanks. I just think the Bills have a way better offense.
Yeah. You also have Justin Reed's on the Chiefs too. Yeah, at safety. They have a really.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have a really.
Not even naming Justin Reed's crazy.
Bills though. I mean, the edge rushers are crazy. Gregor Rousseau, Von Miller. Then you got
Von Miller. I think that would be my favorite starter if he gets a ring. I'll be happy.
He has a ring.
Well, I know he
two
has.
actually.
Yeah. I'm saying this year. He has one with the Broncos and he has one with the Rams. So if he gets it this year, I'll be like, yeah, I like Vaughn.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Matt Milano at linebacker. Matt Milano's a crazy guy.
Do they still have that middle linebacker? What's the name of that middle linebacker they have?
Edmonds. He's on the Bears. He's on the Bears.
Wow.
Yeah, he's on his second year with the Bears.
I knew that. Who'd they replace him with then?
What is his face name? I'm blanking on their other linebacker right now. It's Matt Milano, and it's the guy who's playing for, because Milano hasn't played all season.
Yes.
Because he's played part of the season, but he came back. He had tore his ACL last.
They looked. The Bills looked so good in that game against Denver.
The Bills.
So good.
Terrell Bernard, that's who it is, out of Baylor. Terrell Bernard.
He's pretty good.
And then they have a very good team. They have Teron Johnson at corner. He's good. They have Jordan Poyer. No, he's not on the team anymore. He's not on the team anymore. They have DeMar Hamlin's back there now. DeMar Hamlin's actually
pretty good.
He's had a solid year. Good for him. Good for DeMar Hamlin, man.
Yeah.
The Bills have a great defense. They're well coached.
They're really well coached. I just think their offense.
Josh Allen, James Cook, great. Just dynamic. James Cook had an amazing year, like 16 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards. He's been great.
I think Josh Allen,
tight ends have been a little weak this year, surprisingly. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox did not have great
Josh
years.
Allen's a worse runner, but than Lamar.
But he's still a great runner.
I would argue sometimes what he does in escapability and still throwing is almost better. Like that was just
pure option plays. You're taking Lamar.
You're taking Lamar.
Yeah, it's
not like actually some guy running to the side. He's so good.
But there's also different types of scheme runs. Like QB powers, Josh Allen destroys.
Oh yeah,
he
was so good against Broncos.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
he was gashing those, and their line's great.
And every ball's on the money.
They have so many good offensive linemen. Cyrus
every
Lawrence.
ball's on the money.
They have Deion Dawkins is an amazing left tackle. Their line's incredible. And then wide receiver room. It's not bad. Keon Coleman has been all right as a rookie. Definitely. I mean, he was a second-round pick. He'll develop into being a better player.
Amari Cooper was a second rounder?
Yeah, he was the first pick. First pick in the second round.
Oh, okay.
And then Amari Cooper, he's had good games with them. He's also Amari Cooper's not a diva. He'll do what he's asked. If you ask him to block the whole game and he'll get one catch, it's fine. He's fine.
I think their wide receiver room. I like those wide receiver rooms that spread the ball around.
Their best receiver has been Khalil Shakir in the slot. He had a really good year. Yeah.
Their tight end run's pretty good too.
Kincaid
they haven't really
they just haven't utilized him as much.
Yeah.
Kincaid's been a little banged up too.
Yeah.
But
I will go with my score prediction first.
You go.
I have overtime in this game, and in an overtime game, both teams touch the ball,
no matter what.
And I can't bet against Patrick Mahomes, is what I would say. But I do think Josh Allen is going to get it done in overtime. Both teams get a chance to touch the ball. They both score touchdowns. Then it's sudden death. And I think the Bills get the ball first. They finally win the coin toss, and they put it away. So I'm going to go between 45, whether it's a field goal they kick.
That's a crazy high score.
35-35 going in overtime. Both teams score, that's 42. And then your sudden death is 45-42.
Okay.
Because both teams will score in overtime. I just think then it's sudden death, and now the Bills got the ball first, and then the Bills go down there. Here's my question, though. Situational. I'm on the 15-yard line. It's like second down. Do I have Josh Allen try to throw a touchdown, or do I just kick the field goal?
You keep it on the ground.
You keep it on the ground?
Yeah, like you can run with Allen, or you can hand it off.
What's the situation again?
You're at like the 15. A field goal wins the game, but if Bass misses it, Mahomes gets a chance.
And then you're screwed. You know
Mahomes is scoring.
Yeah.
No matter what.
So I don't think they would.
Then why are you saying second down?
Well,
that's just my scenario.
Oh, okay. So it's like kick this in. Okay, gotcha.
You know, second down's when you start. Some of those teams start thinking about
just go ahead and kick this now.
Kick it now. I think in that case, I still have 45-42 Bills.
Okay, I have my score. Josh, you want to go?
You got it.
I'm completely opposite. I'm going 21-17 Buffalo Bills. Those two defenses are very good.
No overtime.
No overtime. No. I think Bills get it done. Yeah.
21-17 would be a crazy score to get to OT though.
No, you can't.
I know.
Yeah. So for my reasoning, I mean,
you could.
Yeah, you could.
Both teams get to touch the ball. 14-14 goes.
No, you want to take an extra point though. You could get to 20-17. Can't get.
You're right.
But basically the same.
Score dummy.
Yeah, scorigami.
That's not scorigami.
No, it's not scorigami. 1917 isn't even a scorigami. Scorigami would be like 18 to 16 or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, 21-17. I think Bills get enough stops, and I don't think it's necessarily Chiefs are going to play bad offense. I think they're going to get some good drives. I don't think it's going to be a lot of turnovers in the game. I really don't. I think it's going to be more so punts.
I think there's a pick.
I think Pat and Josh throw an 8 pick. Or
I don't think
pick
Josh
throws
throws
fumble. Maybe he might fumble and I guess strip. That Chiefs defensive pressure is so good. That can see him. I don't know. Josh Allen sometimes, not this year. He's been very good taking care of the ball this year, but he's sometimes prone for a goofy turnover. Hopefully not.
It's a different Josh Allen this
Hopefully
year.
not tomorrow, but
he's got his wife.
yeah, Patty Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Sorry to make more.
That guy's cringe.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's easy to flirt with glitter.
Patty Steinfeld, right?
All-time L. Well, Super Bowl. So
I didn't make my score prediction.
Yeah, Bargain. What's that score prediction?
I also have the Buffalo Bills, mostly because I just can't stand the Chiefs at this point in time. I got them 31-24 final, no OT.
31-24, 7-point win for the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a last-second touchdown? How are they?
No, I think
Last-second stop.
I think Bills score on their last offensive drive, and then they make a stop in the red zone.
Sorry, what was your score again one more time?
31-24.
I don't see that happening.
I see that.
If Mahomes gets a chance to tie the game,
Mahomes is amazing, but with only so much time. Okay, when he had 13 seconds to get in just field goal range, they had just enough time to get in field goal range. If he had 30 seconds and needed to get a touchdown, that's not happening. Like, it's physically, not gonna happen.
Nothing
Unless, they use devil magic.
they got some
Like,
magic. Dark magic over there. Wow, so we all...
They call it targeting on a Bills player, even though that's not a thing in the NFL.
We all got Bills Eagles. So that means it's going to be the Chiefs versus the Commanders. No, but maybe. Okay, well.
Cooking on the parlay.
Speaking of parlays, last thing we got to do today, we're going to do a little parlay cooking over here. Today we're going to be using, as long as it works.
Little longer episode today, guys.
Yeah. We don't expect you to sit through an hour.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
If you're still here, thank you for rocking and rolling with us. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. We're gonna do tomorrow kind of parlays.
Y'all both on chalkboard?
We both on chalkboard, not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Good job, chalkboard. Okay, so let's go. Who wants to make their pick first?
I'll actually go ahead and make one for tomorrow since I'm definitely gonna make an actual parlay for tomorrow. So we're gonna pick.
Remember, this one's gonna be like a crazy little.
Oh no!
Hey.
Okay.
Ooh, they'll give me Josh Allen not fumbling. 1.5. It's crazy. Weird. Yeah. Anyway, so
Download this app.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Got it. You do.
I liked what you said earlier.
What?
About that play action play for the Eagles.
What, AJ Brown? Longer.
I don't think it's going to be AJ Brown, though. I'm going to have Devontae Smith. Oh, will not let me do the lines.
Yeah, on some things you can't. For a longest reception, that's the highest you.
I'll have 8.5 yards for Saquon.
For longest reception,
One screen pass.
They do 3 on. They also don't throw that many to him. He gets about maybe 2 catches a game at most.
I'm going to go Devontae Smith will have a catch longer than 20.5 yards. Easily. They don't let you change none of these.
Well, they do for the actual lines rush and receiving yards and pass and rush.
You said Devontae Smith longest reception 27.5?
That's what I have on this.
I'll do 24.5.
Cool. Alright.
I am once again putting $1 on this parlay to give me generational wealth for about 3 days.
Receptions over.
The max Terry is gonna have 7 catches tomorrow.
All right,
He's
over
been
6.5.
This gonna sound crazy. Versus the Eagles both times this year, he's been kind of clamped down a little bit. He breaks loose. They can't contain him for that many straight games. He breaks loose, has a big game.
I forget these are in-division rivals.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said 7 receptions, H?
7 receptions.
Over 6.5.
Like you want to
So
take
wait,
one from
you
that
have one
game?
pick. Let's just do it's one
I'll
pick
pick
from
a
each
game.
team.
Yeah.
And
From each game.
No.
Each get 2 picks.
What's up? Oh, are we all pick?
We all pick 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we all picked 2.
So, give me one in the Bills game.
We will, but he's got to do his.
He's got to
Let me see. I forget this isn't supposed to be very realistic, so I don't need to look at anything super crazy.
This one can be. We're already at 4.6 odds. It's pretty good.
Oh, I had 6.6.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We're gonna go. Sorry about the language, guys. If y'all heard that on the pod. Dude, this is a tough little choice. I'm gonna go Zach Ertz. 6 receptions or more.
Zach Ertz, 6 receptions or more.
I can see that.
Look at the receptions. Zach Ertz, 6. Wow.
6.
It lets me do 4.5 here, so that's already paying out a decent amount. Okay, I want to get a little crazy with this one. Do I do Pat Mahomes over 2.5?
2.5 what?
Touchdowns?
That's his line is 2.5.
Yes. No, that's not his line. That's what
you're gonna move to that. My fault.
I'm gonna go ahead. Samaji P. Ryan, James Cook, receptions, pass, touchdowns. Mahomes is 2.5. Pass and rush yards. Allen can go up to 324. Pass and rush yards from Allen. I think he'll hit that. So let me go ahead and get
Pass plus rush yards. No, I can't move that. Mine's 283.5.
pass plus rush yards.
It says it's still recording. Oh yeah, we good.
Okay. Pass plus rush yards. We're gonna go ahead and put 324 on Josh Allen. I look for him to have a huge night.
That's a lot.
All right, Houston, you want to do yours for the Bills Chiefs game?
Yeah, give me. Where's the anytime touchdown one?
It's over.
There it is. Give me Josh Allen anytime rushing touchdown.
I don't think
Anytime
can we
rushing.
No, right there. Just anytime touchdown means that it has to be a rushing touchdown right there.
Can you bet on the same player twice in the same?
Oh wait, no, you
play?
can't. I forgot.
I don't think you
You
can.
can still stick on the anytime touchdown.
You think Kincaid? I would like to see maybe a Worthy Pacheco.
I like Khalil Shakir in the slot.
2.5 multiplier. Nice.
I
Alright,
really
Bark.
like it.
Well, Khalil Shakir anytime touchdown.
Yep.
Yep, I like it. He's due one. He hasn't had one in a little bit.
Mine's not loading. Turn off my Wi-Fi real quick. Oh, actually, it loaded the second I touched that. Anytime touchdown. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna go. All right, we're gonna go Travis Kelce, first touchdown scorer.
Travis Kelce, first touchdown scorer. Nice. I like that a lot. I don't even think they have for some.
Yeah, I think they do. You gotta keep scrolling.
They did on the other game, but not this one.
Must not have.
We'll just do him anytime touchdown then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anytime touchdown. Kelce. I'm going to go ahead and add a little thing to make this number better than 126. You know, because I'm pretty confident that Mahomes is throwing a pick. So, here we go. I got a 7-man. Alright, let's say if I were to enter in $1, $230. So we got Devontae Smith, more than 20.5, longest reception. Terry McLaurin, 6.5 receptions. Zach Ertz, more than 4.5 receptions. And then Josh Allen, more pass plus rush yards than 324.5. He's having himself a game. Khalil Shakir gets one of those touchdowns. Pat Mahomes throws a pick. And Travis Kelce scores a touchdown specifically first if you're an underdog. So, let's go. That's our pick. we'll see y'all after on probably Monday.
Just threw $2 on this. I don't know if you can read that very well. Oh, it's gonna be mirrored, so that's gonna suck. That is the parlay. Just threw $2 on it.
Well, y'all have a great day. We'll see you on Monday with what happens in those games. Talk about it, and maybe a little mock draft. See you next time.
Bye.